So you don't believe God exists?
No, I believe God exists.
Oh, you believe God exists?
Yeah, but not through.
Well, this is God's word. You can't have one without the other. You can't say I believe in God, but this book, I'll throw that away.
Humans wrote that, though.
Yeah.
God's not human. That's humans wrote that.
Okay. Did you go to college? Did you go to college?
What? To study
Did you go
what?
to school?
Study what?
When did you go to school?
I had to, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So when you went to school, did you ever write essays?
Yeah.
So who wrote the essay? Did the pen write it or did you write it?
I wrote it based upon what someone told me.
Was it your thoughts transferred onto paper?
Yeah, of course. That's
Right.
everything.
Okay. God, you.
Based upon what it told me.
Yeah. God used man as a tool to pen His word.
Yeah, of course.
That's where we get the Bible from.
The Bible,
Okay.
someone wrote it.
So someone gave you knowledge in order for you to write the things you wrote.
As soon as we were born.
Did you disbelieve them? Take nothing. Did you say it was rubbish? I don't believe what you're saying, sir. It's written by man. So you never got educated.
I got educated, and my education taught me to question things.
Oh. Okay. So what are you questioning, sir? The existence of God.
Yeah.
Well, if God doesn't exist, mate, you can't know anything.
Yeah.
Could you be wrong about everything you know?
No, I know nothing.
No, you know nothing.
My existence
So why are you
is I
making
know
knowledge?
nothing.
Why are you making knowledge claims?
I'm not making knowledge. I know nothing.
You said God doesn't exist, so that's a knowledge claim.
No one's shown me that God exists apart from a book. That's the problem.
So isn't it a knowledge claim to say I know nothing?
No, I know,
You must
I
know
know
something.
nothing. No,
You
I know nothing.
Do you know that?
Yeah, I absolutely know. I can never
So
know anything.
there's two things you know then.
What? No, one thing I know nothing.
Do you know that?
I definitely know.
Do you know that you know nothing?
Yeah, I definitely know nothing.
So that's two things you don't know.
No, one.
That's two things you don't.
No, I know nothing.
You know nothing,
Once.
and you know that you know nothing. So that's two things, yeah? So now you know two things, man.
It's not contradiction in terms, it's the same thing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So, tell me one thing you know and how you know it, sir.
I know that was written by humans.
But you just said you don't know anything, and you're again making knowledge claims.
No, I make no knowledge claims.
And you're claiming this was written by humans. That's a knowledge claim.
Transferred
His
thoughts
thoughts
to another
transferred
human being,
onto man.
and
Yeah.
humans wrote that.
Yeah. So what's wrong with that, sir?
That's absolutely fine.
Oh, okay.
I can give you so many texts that humans wrote.
But you know nothing.
Yeah, no, I know nothing, but I know who wrote certain things, certain scribes.
So could you be wrong about that?
What about that?
Yeah.
We can be wrong about everything.
Okay. So stop
So
making knowledge
could you be
claims.
wrong?
No, we can't.
You're not wrong.
No.
You're not wrong.
Listen. How are you? Right, guess what, mate? He's one of us! Oh, yeah! But listen, mate. Where was we? If God doesn't exist, we can't know anything. How do you get truth out of evolution?
How do you get truth? Tell me how you get truth. God give me something above and beyond the truth about your
God. Okay, so you want me what to prove it without using the book, without using God's word?
Yes.
Okay.
No, but there's a human.
Are you going to give up your worldview in order to make your point?
Definitely, if someone proves it to me, yes.
Well, the proof that God exists is if He doesn't, you can't know anything.
But I accept I know nothing. We've accepted that. I know nothing.
So you know nothing. So you could be wrong about what I claim to know.
No. But you show me.
Well, you said you could be wrong about everything.
I'm wrong about everything. I cannot know. It's not possible to know. It's too big. The universe is too big.
So out of all the knowledge you don't know, could God exist?
Definitely God can exist. Yes. You said you believe God exists.
So when you say God doesn't exist, you've been refuted.
You can't prove it. You can't prove it. You can't prove it. I can't prove it. But we can experience it. We can experience it.
I can prove it.
Can't prove it.
The proof is if God doesn't exist, you can't know anything.
Absolutely.
Tell me one thing you know and how you know it.
Through my heart, not through
Your heart. So you trust your heart.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Have you ever trusted your heart and it's been wrong? I've ever dated a lady and your heart said to you that she was the right person?
Not for a lady, no.
Or anything?
Yes.
Okay.
If anyone who's a Christian, who's not a Christian, is transgressing on God's law, then fine.
Everyone.
Yeah. So you've got someone that spent their life
and I could name others.
Good deeds, mate.
Yeah, good deeds. They do good deeds their entire life and try and look after people and make the world a better place.
Can't save you.
And they end up.
Can't save
That's not
you.
salvation.
Yeah, exactly.
That's work
exactly.
righteous. That's work righteous.
Self-righteousness. That's self-righteousness.
Through
That's self-righteousness, my
a
friend.
book. Come on, guys.
Inspired word of God, my friend. It's not just
It's
a
not
book.
word of God, it's a book.
It's a smile.
Again, you could be wrong. You said you don't know nothing, but
I could definitely
all
be
you've
wrong.
done for the last half hour is make knowledge claims.
Suppose this
No,
is...
no, no, no.
When you said you
I
don't know
told you
anything.
from the start, I don't know anything.
Neil.
Do you know you don't know anything?
Yeah, I've told you that
There you
from the
go.
start before the
Can't
camera
see a
came
problem
in.
with that, my friend.
Right. So what's the problem? What are you?
Well, I know I don't know anything. That's a contradictory statement. That's like me saying
clearly
I've got a fiver in my wallet and not in my wallet at the same time and in the same sense. It doesn't make no
Clearly
sense.
not. I've made an admission to you that I cannot claim that any person in this world can explain where we came from unless we revert to a book. So I've made you a frank admission on the fact that I cannot claim to be clever or bright or explain where we came from. So I've made that, and you, Paul, after half an hour, you're saying, what are you talking about? I'm making a claim to nothing. That's the issue. So tell me something
But what's
I've
the point
said.
in our debate if you don't know anything?
Why are you standing here on a corner street?
I never
looking
said
at a
I didn't
book
know
for?
anything. I know
you-
things. Because God has
You know,
revealed things
but
to us
you know
so we
things
can
through
know
the
it.
book.
Yeah,
the
that's
problem.
fine. That's fine.
That's fine. If you think you know things through a book, that's absolutely fine.
God's word.
No. But it's fine. Well, you accepted that a human being wrote that book. That's fine. Yeah.
No, human beings.
But you also said
inspired by
human
God.
beings are fallible.
Inspired by God.
So where's your you accused me of double jeopardy. You said a human being wrote that book, and you also said to me human beings are fallible.
Human beings wrote this book.
Yes.
Inspired.
Yes.
And man is fallible.
And you also said human
When
beings
they-
are fallible.
when
So
they
why
were-
is that true then?
When they were being led by the Spirit, they wrote down truth.
But that's absolutely fine. But if you're making accusations of truth, you've accepted to me that human beings wrote that, and human beings are fallible. So you
No,
can't
you
have it
missed
both
the-
ways.
You know what, Neil? You know things. You know why you know things?
I know nothing.
Because you know God exists. You know things because you've been
Yeah, but
making
my
denial.
definition
You've been
of
making
God
knowledge claims.
is an
Neil is in
unexplainable
denial.
mass.
You make knowledge
God is-
claims all day long, mate.
No, I don't. I've never said anything that I believe.
Well, when you go to work, you don't make knowledge claims.
Yeah, but if you go to work, this
when
is
they ask
like
you, hold on, when they ask you a question at work, you say, I don't know nothing.
Yeah, but we're not. We're talking about the existence
Well, you
of
said
God.
you don't know
I can't go to work. Clearly, him and I have worked together.
We're talking
if
about-
someone says
all
to
right,
me,
we're talking
what is about tenancy, I can tell you about that. But if
Okay.
we're talking about
So-
an
and
untangible
you're making
sense,
another. So that's another knowledge claim.
no, but there's a truth in that. I can tell you what happens with
I
private
mean,
tenancy.
can you live your life knowing nothing?
Absolutely, because we all have to.
Knowing nothing.
Yeah.
No.
So how did you
Knowing
get?
something, but you may not know all things. But what
I can never. You can never know all things. I can't.
I know something about
Who?
God through the.
Yeah, but God, the existence of God is fine, but God didn't reflect that.
But you
Another
you-
knowledge claim.
You know? Do you know that?
Yeah, but you told me
oh,
God
no.
didn't write that.
No.
Said God wrote this using man. God's
So God
thoughts
did not write that?
God's words transferred onto paper.
Oh, this is
The
thoroughly
same as
interesting.
every book that's ever
but you told me
the
God
same,
didn't write
listen,
that.
mate, the same as any book that's ever been written, it was a man's or
Yes,
woman's
exactly.
thoughts transferred
Inspiration.
onto paper. Are you
So
going to
it's
say they
sec-
never wrote the book?
So it's secondary
They didn't
evidence.
physically write it, but it
Well,
was
of course he
therefore
didn't.
transferred onto paper.
So it's secondary evidence.
Have you ever read autobiographies?
Well, of course. So is this an
You don't
autobiography
believe,
of God?
you don't believe any of them.
Well, of course I don't, because someone else wrote it. It's the same
So
as
you
the
don't
Bible.
So everything you've ever read, you've never believed.
Somebody else
How
writes.
can you live like that, Neil?
No, but it's not about believing. It's like
is
an
about
honest truth.
believing.
An autobiography,
All about
someone else
believing.
wrote it.
Neil,
Someone
it's
else
all
wrote
Neil.
it.
Believes all their
What
life,
is
Neil.
difficult to
Like,
believe?
like,
Neil,
Neil,
believe
like,
all
it's
that
all
life.
about believing.
Yeah, but you believe
Do you believe that your name is Neil?
My name is Neil because my mother gave me that on my birth.
Do you know that? Do you know that your name's Neil?
Well, no, my name could be anything, depending on who I'm talking to.
So do you know your name's Neil though?
Well, no, on a piece of paper, my name is Neil.
But do you know your name's Neil?
No, absolutely not. No.
So I can call you Pete for the
You
rest
can
of
call
the
me
night.
what you like.
And you ignore it.
Right.
Do you know that's a blue jacket you're wearing?
No,
No?
this is great. Like, but this is what
So
happens.
if I give you, if you give me a tenner and say give me £5 change, and I give you £1,
We're not talking about £5 change. We're
would
talking
you be
about the
upset would you be
existence of
upset with that?
mankind. Do
Would
you
you
not
be upset with
understand?
that?
Talking about a principle, Neil.
Would you be upset
Alright,
with
okay,
that?
give me a principle.
Would you be upset with that?
With what? Tell me.
If I gave you if you gave me a tenner and
Yep.
you said, have you got 2 5s,
Yep.
and I gave you £2.50
Yep.
back,
I'd say-
would you be upset with that?
I'll say you owe me £7.50.
How you know that?
But then I'll say that you could be wrong because you've already claimed you don't know anything.
And I could be
How
wrong.
do you know that's not £10?
I would accuse you of being a
Okay,
liar.
so that's 4 things you know.
But I'd have to accept
let's
it.
move
No,
on
no,
from
but I
that.
haven't proved it. I can't prove it.
Okay.
I can't prove it.
Can we move on for that? Yeah?
No, absolutely
Well, we're gonna go-
not.
I like you, I
Absolutely
like you.
not.
Yeah.
You know,
We're
it's
gonna
like I
let's move on
can't.
for that because the issue here.
Trying to draw, you know what I'm trying to draw out. You must have had this with people many
You know what you're
times.
trying to do? You're trying to get us to give up our worldview, and we're not going to do that.
I don't want you to give up
Because
your
you're not going to
worldview.
give up your where you get knowledge from your heart.
I don't
which
want you
already
to
said
give up
could
your
be wrong.
worldview.
Which
I
you
don't
already
want
said
you
can't
to
trust.
be around persuading me to give up my worldview. I don't want you. You can. That's fine.
We're not trying to
This is
persuade
fine.
you, man. We're throwing it out there, and it's up to you.
And I'm throwing it back to you. That's it. That's absolutely fine.
That's right. We can have a
But there are
discussion.
people that don't understand the world, that don't think about it,
Understand the world.
and they will follow a book. And we've accepted that humans write a book and write books about this and
now
that.
you're saying that
Let me explain.
people that follow this book don't know anything.
Let me ask you a question.
Some
Neil,
don't.
Can I make a point?
You know that.
clearly
You know that.
Neil,
You know
slow
that.
down a bit.
Yeah.
Slow down a bit.
That's 5 things you don't know. You know.
Slow down a bit.
So you know lots of things.
No, but I know someone
Neil.
that's read a book,
Slow down a
believed
bit.
it.
Oh, you already,
I've-
you know some.
Take
You know
a
that as
Neil.
well, yeah.
me.
Oh, that's 6.
Take
No,
a
no, me.
take a moment.
Rolling.
Neil, take a moment.
Come on, man.
You're talking about
Factual.
people following that book. Yeah, they're
Not really. Most people don't. You guys are like
hold on.
hard.
And this is the folly of atheism, mate.
Listen a minute. Please listen a minute.
It's the folly of atheism.
It's not.
It is.
If you're, it's not really. I mean,